What is going on YouTube? I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you are interested in purchasing my book, I will go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below. Today I'm going to talk about, this is going to be kind of fun. I made a special trip to the grocery store just for you guys and for me so I can prove my point. Okay, for starters, what's going on with our food? Okay. Every time I turn around, not just shrinkflation and inflation and all this other stuff. I am talking about companies going ultra cheap on ingredients. They're changing the recipe of their product to make more money, to save more money on the ingredients, making the things taste like junk. They're injecting salt water into chicken breast and cardboard fibers into bread. And this is what prompted this. I have recently been gone for nearly a month from this house. I have not been here for a month. You'll find out about that in the future. Anyway, so I've been taking care of business elsewhere. And when I came home, I didn't realize that I had left my artisan bread loaf in the fridge. I thought I cleared out the fridge. I missed it, a bread loaf. Here it is a month later, there is not an ounce of mold on that bread. It's as fresh as the day I bought it a month and a week ago, 5 weeks ago. And I'm like, what did they put in this bread? And please excuse my appearance today. I have been, and the junk in the background, I have been working like crazy in the garden today, catching up on lack of gardening and getting my plants back to life, replanting some small things and all this other stuff. So I know, I don't look my best. It's okay. But what the heck is going on in our food supply? And then I start kind of doing like the internet, going down the internet rabbit hole, and I hear about China and how they fake everything and fake ingredients here, fake ingredients there. Okay, so they have been changing our food supply since I was a kid, and I'm going to prove it. I have 3 very specific products here that I stopped buying 25 years, 30 years ago because they changed the ingredients. And when they change the ingredients, they change the taste and the flavor to the detriment of the brand. And now these items, to me, just taste like garbage. Let's start with product number 1. Dun dun dun! Sour cream and onion Pringles. When I was a kid, I was 12 years old. These things first came out when I was like 10 or 12. They were to die for. They were so good. I think they started out at like 75 cents for this canister, and then it went up to $1, and we were all going crazy. And I would take my paper route money, and me and my friends would go down to Big T supermarket, and I would buy me some Pringles, and it was awesome. Now here's what has changed. I can tell you, shrinkflation and inflation is number 1. But okay, here's what I used to do as a kid. You would take the chip, and there used to be on the front of the chip a film of a film. There's no other way to describe it. A film of spices and stuff. And every person would grab a chip of their choice in the group that we were standing in, because we were all sharing a Pringles because we were poor. We would stand in the group. We would lick the front of the Pringle, and there would be a white film on our tongue, full of white. And whoever had the most film on their tongue won. Okay, this chip's already cracked. So the chips used to be thicker too. That's another thing. And this one's cracked too. But I'm going to show you, because if I try and get the film off of the chip, there is none, or very little. Nothing. To me, it tastes like a stale, dried out French fry. Didn't taste like that before. And I stopped buying them when they did that. No flavor. There's not nearly as much flavor as there was when I was a kid. I know that they did that to save money. And I get it. You got to run your own business. But it made me stop buying them. Now I buy French onion sun chips or honey Dijon kettle chips. This is the first time I've bought Pringles in 25 years, and I'm probably going to give it to my neighbor because I don't like them. They're not the same at all as what they used to be. Let's go to product number 2, shall we? How do I open this? Okay. Product number 2, and I'm going to prove it. Hershey's Kisses, or anything Hershey's for that matter. I had mentioned on my channel a while back about how there used to be a Hershey's facility, like a manufacturing plant in California, and we used to go there all the time. And what they used to do on the tours is they'd give you a candy bar. They'd give you a tour, and at the end of the tour, you'd get a free candy bar. Then at the end of the tour, they started charging you for a candy bar. Then they stopped giving you free candy bars. So somebody said, I think you're confusing the Hershey factory with the Ghirardelli factory. No, the Ghirardelli factory is outside of Tracy, California. This one, I had to look it up. I knew it was right off of Highway 120, and I passed by it all the time. It was in Oakdale. So there was one man worked at Oakdale. So Oakdale was stunned by Hershey's closing. 575 employees lost their job and all that stuff. This is a Hershey Kiss. Now, I remember when I was 12 years old, I used to have one of those little Walkmans or handheld radios or whatever. I heard them on the radio say, we're going to change the ingredients in our Hershey's products, especially Hershey's. They made a big to-do about Hershey Kisses specifically, but they said they were going to change the ingredients. I was 12 years old. I remember this very vividly. But the radio talk show person or media person was like, you won't be able to tell the difference. Well, Hershey's at that time was one of my favorite, just a Hershey Kiss, or Hershey's Kisses were my favorite candy back then. So I went out and bought as much as I could, a big old bag. Now I'm going to take this wrapper off. Now here is what I'm going to show you. Okay. So if I zoom in on this, you see how it has a super smooth texture, almost a wax-like finish. It's almost wax-like. It didn't used to be like that. The sugar that they used real sugar. I don't even know what they use now. It says they use sugar, milk, fat, lecithin, soy, natural fat. I don't even know. There used to be, you could see the granules. First of all, the chocolate used to be darker. It was a darker color, a darker brown, not this light brown garbage. It was a dark brown, and you could see the granules of sugar. And when you popped this in your mouth and it hit your tongue, I would personally just suck on them, and I could feel the granules of sugar in my teeth and on my tongue, and it was delicious. Now, it's this wax-like substance that I don't let melt in my mouth because it literally feels like wax going on my tongue and in between my teeth, and I feel no granules. They changed the ingredients to make money. That's really not good. I haven't eaten a Hershey Kiss in a long time. Wow, that's really bad. Are these expired or something? No, they don't expire for another year. God, these are awful. Okay, worse than I imagined. It was even... Let's wash that down with the next product, shall we? I wasted so much money today. I wasted like $10 just to make this video. Okay. Product number 3, and this isn't just this product, but similar products. Ba-da-da! Product number 3. Coca-Cola, but it's not just Coca-Cola. It's also Pepsi, 7-Up, Sprite, everything. Okay. Gosh, that Hershey's was awful. If any of you like Hershey's, why? Okay. Okay, I know I'm having some pretty intense reactions. I get that. I don't drink soda, but maybe once every 6 months or once a year. And that first gulp makes my eyes kind of water a little bit because I'm not used to the carbonation. I am strictly water and coffee with occasional berry juice from my trees. Okay, Coca-Cola. Same thing. So there's not even an ingredient thing on this one. Oh my gosh. 39 grams of carbs. Added sugars, 78%. That's just all sugar. Oh, here we go. Carbonated water, cane sugar, caramel color. Darn, I got the Mexican one where they actually make it with real sugar. Okay, my bad. Anyway, most soda companies have changed their ingredients so that it's not sugar anymore. It's some sort of aspartame or Splenda or sugar. They change it out for something else to sweeten it. This one happens to be one from Mexico where they do in fact still make the original one, so it does taste normal to me. So yeah, I can actually feel the sugar granules swirling around in my mouth as I drink it. But they don't do that in these products. And it's not just Coke, it's all the other stuff, Pepsi, 7-Up, Sprite. They taste totally different. Now, for the longest time, here in the US, the only ones that you can get that I know of that still have the original ingredients are ones that are made in Mexico, because all these companies make their products based on the rules and regulations of the country that they're selling to. So for instance, there was a video, I think it was TikTok, maybe YouTube. This one girl was comparing a bottle of Heinz ketchup from the United States and a bottle of Heinz ketchup from Canada, and they had totally different ingredients. So that just goes to show you that, companies changed things based on where they're selling the product, and Coca-Cola is no exception. I personally, like I said, just Coke and water, or not Coke, coffee and water. Coke is not really something that I drink very often. Yeah, they just changed it. And they changed it around 1994, I believe. I think I was like 13, 14 when they changed it. And occasionally they'll have a campaign that is always doesn't work. But they'll have a throwback. It's like a Pepsi throwback to 1985, and they'll use the recipe that they used in 1985 as a throwback, and then they'll promote it as throwback, and then they'll usually decorate the box with 1980s stuff on it. And whenever they do that, I do go and buy a 12-pack when they do that. But otherwise, I don't drink soda anymore, and that is because it's going to make me start burping. I'm sorry. I don't drink Coke. I'm not used to the carbonation because they changed it. But especially the Hershey's Kisses and the Pringles, they changed these so much that I don't ever buy these products anymore. I never buy Hershey's. I never buy Pringles. And go ahead and take a look at a Snickers bar. A Snickers bar is exactly the same. Used to be darker. They used to be bigger. It was a darker color, more rich, and tasted more like the actual cacao plant. And it wasn't waxy the way that it is now. It had sugar granules in it that you could feel and you could taste, and it made the texture completely different. Let me know what products you guys have noticed such a huge change that you won't buy anymore. This goes beyond shrinkflation or inflation. This is like changing ingredients to save money at the detriment of the quality of the product. Let me know in the comments below. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out. Get her, Rocky. Get him, Nola. Ah! Ah! Cheaters! Cheaters! You. Oh, yeah? You gonna get it. Hold on, Rocky. Hold on, mister. Stay there. Stay there. Gonna get it. You gonna get it.